I didn't prepare anything to talk about with the exception of just trying to tell y'all my story about why I'm here. I'm here because on 9/11, personally, my life changed forever. 9/11 was an event that was a personal wake-up call for me. And it became the thing that spiritually led me into the understanding and the meaning for me spiritually of freedom. But it's very interesting because we have a whole lot of people here that are here for 9/11 to show their support, not only for the memory of that event, and there are people here to show their support as Americans. But I just want to share with you what I have come to understand as I literally stand here today. You see, you cannot live and aspire to desire freedom if you do not know and understand what freedom means. So for me, spiritually, that's one thing, and poke around on the internet and you'll hear my story. It's out there pretty good. There's a whole bunch of folks I used to work with that have a very changed opinion of me. But here's the thing. And as crazy as this is going to sound, I'm going to make perhaps what might be interpreted as a comparison. But you know, when George W. Bush was asked that question, running for governor, who's your hero? He said Jesus. Now, hey, that was his testimony. That was his response. Somewhere in 2nd Chronicles in the Bible, it talks about if the people would humble themselves and turn back and pray to God and seek God's will, then we might perhaps see the change that we look for and hope for in our personal lives as a result of that experience and relationship. But I want to make another very interesting, synergistic, serendipitous observation. You see, if more Americans who live each and every day by the gift and the grace of freedom would just take the steps to come into the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding of what that means, where it came from, and how America became the freest, greatest nation in the world, if people would just do the homework, do the research, because I believe that if enough people understood how precious our freedom is, then more than just half of the nation that we have that is able to vote would vote. Only half of our nation that is eligible to vote to create the change and maintain the freedom that so many of us take for granted each and every day. So my partner in my radio show, Kevin McCullough, is going to come up here in a minute, and we held a couple of talks over at the Omni Hotel in the last couple of days. And I'll tell you right now, the reason I came to faith as a result of 9/11 was very simple. 9/11, there's a Latin word that describes the event of 9/11. The Latin word is, it was a kairos moment. And what a kairos moment is it's when something happens in time where nothing is the same as it was before. Would you say that it's not the same as it was before 9/11? Would you agree with that? I'm curious if you'd agree with me about one more observation that I've had recently. Would you say that right now here in America, it's kind of starting to feel like it's not like it was before? It seems to me that potentially there is this coming kairos moment again where if we don't do what our God-given freedom empowers us to do, things will not be the same here in America as they were once before. And I don't